into the cells and given a good wash. When Marek finally comes to see him, Linus gives him the medicine and tells him about the lab. Then Marek gives his son an injection just in case. Soon Heinz is also brought to a cell and he won't stop coughing, so Marek checks his body and finds a rash on his skin. Afterward Marek tests the medicine Linus brought and confirms it's real. He asks Beatrice to send another team to the mainland, but Beatrice refuses because having 2 people in quarantine has already been enough trouble. Before leaving, she tells Marek to give Heinz fake medicine and Marek is devastated to do so. On the mainland, Earl's men retrieve Mojik's body from the water and find medicine in his pocket, so Earl sends them to find Mojik's friends. Nearby Hendrik finally makes it to the city and sees how a survivor gives Wilma a watch in exchange for being disinfected. Hendrik tries to do the same but only has a keychain to offer, so Wilma threatens him into staying back. To prove he doesn't have a rash, Hendrik removes his clothes and uses the chance to seduce her. Wilma falls for it and dances with Hendrik while listening to her boombox. However, when Hendrik asks for a sip of her water bottle, Wilma slaps him for it. Then she gives him new clothes and takes him around the area to show him her cleaning routine in the theater where she lives, mentioning that her last assistant accidentally caught on flames because of the rubbing alcohol. She keeps mentioning Earl, but whenever Hendrik tries asking about him, she shuts him up. Later, when Wilma checks on her stash of treasures, Hendrik surprises her from behind and beats her up to death. Meanwhile, Beatrice talks to Lisa and compliments how brave she was when she stood up against Hendrik, resulting in manipulating Lisa into becoming her eyes and ears around the island with the promise of a good life for her and her husband. The next time Beatrice appears on TV, Lisa shows approval of Hendrik's punishment having been an exception. At the lab, Marek convinces Judith to help him with the research since he works slowly without Linus. When they check the boxes Earl sent, Judith is disgusted to find 2 people in them, but Marek isn't surprised since it's part of the deal with Earl. Both people are kept as lab rats in secret cells and given injections to test Marek's vaccine trials. Unfortunately, Heinz dies before they can find a cure to help him. In the other cell, Linus hides the fact he has a rash too. During a town meeting,